There are some gold farms that are best done solo, but others are great as group farms. So today, let's do one of both. Let us begin. Okay, so today we're going to be going over the Volatile Water Gold Farm, located within the Twilight Highlands of the Eastern Kingdoms at coordinates 73.8 to 56.4. This gold farm is one of my most favourite ones, especially when it comes towards group farms. If you want to find a route, if you are struggling with coordinates, then please feel free to go over towards Worth It, as we have a route dedicated for this particular farm. And failing that, if you just want the route and not play around with Worth It, then you're more than welcome to go over to my library of routes, which is located within my Discord for importation for all gold farmers. Alongside that, guys, that being said, this gold farm is amazing. We can actually see someone farming this right now. They're just running around killing everything. And if we go over to the Worth It recorder and start massacring all of these water elementals, we can start to force respawn them. This is because if you are doing this solo, you're going to have to go into a circular shaped fashion, much like this druid is actually doing, just running around killing all of the mobs. That being said, what you'll be ideally wanting to do is and we have been accepted into a group. Okay, no worries. This is pretty dang good, and yeah. So I'm guessing this is just a change of thing. Thank you, Mr. Other Gold Farmer, for letting me join the group. Basically, you best do this with a 5-man group, because you can actually double the amount of materials that you actually gain. You can see that this druid over here is just massacring all of these guys, and what's actually going about is we're force respawning them by multiply killing them. By the way, I don't actually know this druid as of the recording, so this is one thing of note. This is definitely something. This is actually quite a rare one for me, because usually I farm solo, so this is kind of a difference for actually recording. I'm actually quite happy about this. This is like free loot. Other than that, I generally enjoy doing this because solo, you've got to go around in a circle to farm up volatile water. But other than that, if you are just doing it standardly by yourself, go around in a circular shaped fashion, or by jumping over towards I'm sorry, this is just unprecedented. I'm actually recording and someone just adds me to a group to actually do some farming. This is pretty cool. And you can do this as a group farm, and basically I get their loot as well as they get my loot. So this works out quite well as a 5-man group, because then you can pick up, gain extra materials when actually doing this gold farm. I generally love doing this, and I think yeah, this is pretty dang good. Volatile water gets its value due to the fact that it's used quite heavily in the creation of the Vial of the Sandsmount to create true gold. This is best done, especially if you have a druids all stationed in 5 positioned points, which at the end of the day, that works out really well. I did this back in 2020 with a load of our sub, and I feel that we probably should do this again, because this was actually quite fun. Especially group farming with everyone, that was really fun. So obviously this is a bit of a sidetracked video, but you know, this is the 60 days of gold farming, and this is what can happen. You can just get into a group with someone who wants to farm, and generally, yeah, you're going to get free loot by doing this. Overall, we gain their loot, they get our loot, and we're basically loot sharing and force respawning these mobs, mainly due to the fact that they are force respawnable because it's linked to a quest. And overall, if you do want to make the most out of this gold farm, then I highly suggest getting the Potion of Treasure Finding. This is because the Potion of Treasure Finding, however, it drops tiny treasure chests, which can give you additional Cataclysm materials, which you can sell on the auction house as well. And especially if you're doing it with a group, you're going to get quite a lot of tiny treasure chests, and your bags will fill up quite nicely, especially alongside all of this. Other than that, guys, I'm going to carry on farming with this guy. This is pretty good. I will edit the video later. Have a lovely rest of the day, and if you haven't already, for the 60 days of gold farming, this is all about, I celebrate by making 60 videos of gold farming to celebrate the release of my own personal game, Void: Edge of Existence, on Steam. If you haven't checked it out already, please do, as I would really like some feedback and or, well, well, I would like you to enjoy the game that I spent pretty much the entire Shadowlands creating. Other than that, guys, have a wonderful rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.